Hey guys, it's Albethium back with another video, and this time is going to be my maiden video for Monster Hunter Wilds, and we're gonna be having a look at the Switch Axe. Now this weapon, it's truly unique, and you know how this goes. Before I even think about asking you to click that like or subscribe button for me, please allow me a chance to earn that from you. And with that being said, let's get in on this. Okay, so let's have a look at this very unique weapon. I say unique, not the best, because there's essentially no best weapon in Monster Hunter universe. It's basically down to what you find yourself best in and your playstyle. Now, every weapon in Monster Hunter, it's going to be easy to use and very difficult to master, so I hope to give you at least foundations on which you can explore your playstyle with the Switch Axe. Now, here's the thing. This is a very unique weapon because it's essentially two weapons, and it is an eternal cycle of using one to charge up to use the other, which depletes what you have charged up and reverting it to the axe yet again. Now, the axe compared to the sword has greater reach, a little bit bigger reach, and also increased mobility. You will even be able to dodge a little further than you would actually be while you are in the sword mode. Now, once you are using the axe, you're gonna be filling up the switch gauge, which is this big yellow line right here, and once you do fill it up at least 30%, you're gonna be able to transition into the sword mode. Now, once you are in the sword mode, you are gonna be depleting the switch gauge, and this is that eternal cycle that I have told you about. Now, there is also the amp gauge. Now, this is a gauge that you actually fill as you land attacks in sword mode. You can even enter the amped state, sorry about that, because the amp gauge has filled completely, and you're gonna be knowing that you are indeed in the amped state because you're gonna be noticing these little small explosions every time you deal a hit in sword mode. When it comes to the basic attacks, it's basically gonna be pretty much the same between the both weapons. Now, when you are using the axe, I recommend using the 3-triangle button mashing for most gauge filling attack. Now, this is gonna be extremely beneficial. Now, even when you are doing the wild swing while pressing the circle, you can also follow that up with another triangle attack. This is always gonna be ending up with a pretty powerful overhead smashing. Now, there is one big difference when it comes to the sword, and that is the element discharge. Now, this goes by pressing the triangle and the circle and then button mashing the triangle. This will be a very explosive finishing attack. You will automatically then morph back into the axe mode. Now, if you are doing this while you are in amped state, it's basically called the zero-sum discharge, and you are going to be grabbing onto the monster and just perform a very much a painful finisher. And of course, again, after the finisher, your weapon is going to be returning to axe mode. Now, there is one more attack that sword does have and the axe doesn't. Now, that is going to be the unbridled slash, and this is R2, triangle, and circle, and it results in a very powerful attack, only available obviously in sword mode. Now, this is gonna be dealing extra damage explosion if you are using it while in amped state. Now, obviously, that's gonna be causing you to revert yet again into the axe mode. When it comes to the defensive capabilities of this weapon, you are not gonna be playing with much. This weapon relies heavily on positioning to avoid attacks and also land your attacks. Now, it's not to say that you don't have anything at all. You do have the offset rising slash, which is basically a counterattack. If you time this correctly, you are basically going to be throwing off the monster and creating a pretty nice window of opportunity for yourself and just lay down the hurt however you wish. Guys, this is the Switch Axe, and I do believe it's a very gratifying weapon to be using, and perhaps it's only going to be even more so when the game launches finally in February. Guys, let me know in the comments what is your favorite weapon throughout the years, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.